Say, man, if you didn't know by now, man, the moon is officially in Leo. And it's cold too. Just get ready to open up your ear and let me crawl into your mind. Don't hate. And it's cold too. Say, man, we're gonna get to that other shit in a minute, but right now, just vibe. That's that gangster shit, huh? And it's cold too. You can fast forward if you want to, man, but I wouldn't advise it. Just get on that vibration, man. Cause this one, it's gonna take you there. Say, man, get ready to blast off, homie. We're gonna head into the abyss. Look this up. Open up your ear and let me crawl into your mind one time. And it's cold too. Say, man, y'all already know y'all fucking with the right one. Is you buckled up? What it was, y'all. Y'all already know who it is, man. And y'all tuned in with Priceless Knowledge Yourself. And this right here, this ain't shit but a little cosmic insight, man. And speaking of which, man, you know, the moon is in Leo. That's for sure. You see me let my mane hang, and yeah, I'm fabulous. But that ain't what it's about today. What we're gonna do is head to the opposite end of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Because this right here, This is a little something about those people that have the black moon Lilith and Aquarius in their natal chart. Yeah, it's going to get weird. And before we can even get to that, man, you already know what I'm going to do first, man. And if you don't know, you're about to find out. First, I'm going to bring y'all a little bit of the history and the mythology behind Lilith. Then I'm going to give y'all a little bit about the energy and how it might affect you. Then after that, I'm going to give y'all a quick breakdown on what the sign of Aquarius is kind of all about. Then after that, we're going to make it come to a head and pop that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But I really don't get a lot of shit popping. You know what I'm saying? I keep it cracking. You know what I'm saying? Like a bag of pork skins, homie. So, anyway, man. Lilith, she comes to us from Jewish or Judaic mythology. And it's really the oldest story ever told. You see, Lilith was the first woman ever created. Not Eve, Lilith. Lilith and Adam were created at the same time, equally by God. And I say that with a lot of emphasis because anytime you feel like that being feminine or thinking that females are weak or up under you, you got it twisted. And if you have a lot of feminine energy, or if you are a female and you feel like you got to be subordinate or submissive, or you feel like that, you know, you ain't worthy, you out of line too. You got to understand, man. Like, you know, this ain't Eve, man. Lilith was created with Adam. That's the first woman. And see, all was good in the hood till it came time to consummate the relationship. You know, it came time to get down and get nasty. And it was going great until, Adam told Lilith, lay down so I may lay on top of you. And immediately she was dejected. Like she felt disrespected. Like she wasn't feeling that. She said, no, motherfucker, you lay down so I may lay on top of you. And we all know that Mr. Adam wasn't having that. No, sir. And so there was a great calamity and they got into it and the angel of the Lord came down to settle it. And upon hearing what was going on, he immediately sided with Adam. And Lilith was immediately dejected and disrespected, and she wasn't gonna submit to that. So what she did is she dipped out, man, to become a lot of different things and a lot of different mythologies. Some would say that she's, the demon that, steals babies. Some would say she's a demon that, seduces men to their demise. Some would say that she's a manipulative sex goddess. Some would say that she's the mother of all demons. Some would say that she's the devil's consort herself. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different things, but I think a lot of people just got that twisted, man. I think a lot of people, that's a way to kind of disempower this, man. Because what it really is strong, dark, independent, feminine energy. Is it sexy? Absolutely. Is it manipulative? It can be, because you understand it has to work its jelly somehow. It doesn't work by brute force. That's the masculine. And, people get masculine and feminine mixed up with male and female. And I'm not even going to get into it this time because I'm going to tell you this, man. Gender, that's some earth stuff. We're concerned with the soul. Yeah. And a lot of people get light and dark mixed with good and bad. And that's really fucked up too. Because do you not know that the darkness within you, man, a lot of the time the shadow aspects that you have, that's what's helped you survive in some of your darkest times, man. I don't know if any of y'all watched Walking Dead, man, but do y'all remember when Rick bit that dude's throat out? That was him channeling his Lilith, man. His son was in danger. And that mama bear came out of him, bit a dude's fucking throat out so his son wouldn't get raped and so he could save him. And so, yeah, it's that deep. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. And so, if you ever get that mixed up, don't get it mixed up. And, Lilith energy does manifest differently with masculine and feminine people. And that's just because a lot of masculine people, they don't understand their femininity and they see it as something as bad or weak and they're just tripping. That's why Lilith doesn't work as well with men as it does with women. And so when we're talking about, what happened with Adam after that? I got off the story, pardon me. Lilith is what Lilith is doing. Adam goes back and, he's sad and he's lonely, poor little tink tink. And so what happens is God puts him into a stupor, takes one of his ribs and creates Eve, who is made of Adam and made to be up under Adam and to be submissive of Adam. But you understand that this is not the first woman. You know what I'm saying? This is not where all that lineage came from. And the femininity that's in all of us has a dual nature. You know what I'm saying? You can be Eve or you can be Lilith. You know what I'm saying? And you can utilize both whenever you need to. You understand? And if you're a man, you're like, I ain't got no Eve in me. I ain't got no. Yeah, you do, bro. Yeah, you do. And you'll stop running into a lot of brick walls in your life when you accept that. Real talk. And so when we're talking about what Lilith does in the chart, you know what I'm saying? And understand that Eve was made of Adam. You know what I'm saying? Lilith is made of God. Adam is made of God. So she's made up under Adam. You understand? And so in each person's chart in astrology, there's an indicator of dark karma. And, that's kind of where Lilith becomes a factor. And like the nodes, it's not a real celestial body, but it's really more of a certain point or aberration in the chart. And it helps to understand where certain provocations, temptations, turn-ons, fears, things we like to keep secretly, things that make us nervous and trials away the person. It can represent the dark and more shadow side of our personality. You know what I'm saying? It can also show the type of energy or, the type of influential person on us growing up that, help manifest this darker side of us. It can show, I'm thinking, man, it can show a lot, man. It can show your strongest adversary or what could fuck you up, man. It can show, like I said, it can show what turns you on, man. It can show what puts you in a great state of trepidation. It can show what makes you want to dip out. Like you don't want to be around that shit. It scares you. It can show you what detests you. Like a lot of motherfuckers that would, like me, a motherfucker say, they've heard me talking some shit about Geminis, which I love Geminis, man. Okay. I have a lot of in Vedic, I'm a Gemini. Obviously. But I have Lilith, Charlico, and Chiron in Gemini. But that would be for me to be in Gemini. Any hating I'm doing, that's because I have Lilith in Gemini, and I'm not comfortable with that part of myself. And that's a lot of the time that goes into Lilith also. And, it definitely, like I said, manifests different with masculine and feminine energy. And another thing is there are periods when Lilith is more strong, and that's in years of multiple of 9. And I'm not talking about 1909, 1918, 1927, 1936, 1945, 1954. What I'm talking about is the 9 years after your birth, because that's how long it takes for Lilith to traverse the whole zodiac and make her return. And it's in times like those, starting like 5 months before and 5 months after that, maybe a lot of fateful events occur. A lot of times you might have to look yourself in the mirror and pull your head out your own ass. But, sometimes you've already, worked this shit out, so nothing would happen. Nothing would happen. And plus, I'm not here for predictions, man. I'm all about self-awareness and character development. If you want to talk about predictions, you got to go somewhere else, man. And I have some people that I could definitely refer you to. And so when we talk about the side of Aquarius, man, it's the 11th sign of the zodiac and it rules over the 11th house. It's ruled by Uranus and Saturn to a smaller degree, and it rules over the shins, and its symbol is the water bearer, and its mantra is I know. Yeah. And this here is fixed air, y'all, and it's ingenious. And Aquarius energy for me is all about social conscience and individuality. And Aquarius energy is tasked to make the world a better place by being, extremely visionary and pioneering and engaging others in the process. Wherever Aquarius shows up, it's going to stand out and lead the way to a better tomorrow through quantum leaps. Yeah. And it's about quirky authenticity and, electric energy and ingeniousness, like I said, and exploring new ways to advance the world into a brighter tomorrow. Being the water bearer, Aquarius is also, highly intuitive, but it's not emotional. That's the thing with that. And I'm going to tell y'all a secret thing. In some of the Vedic astrologies, and, in the spiritual aspect of it, Aquarius is actually the higher self of Pisces. There's a little trick or news you can use, man. You know, but really it's just all about putting your feelings to the side and, you know, getting amazing things accomplished, man. It's analytical, man. You know, this is air, man. This is electric air, man. And when we're talking about having Lilith in Aquarius, you know what I'm saying? The first thing I want y'all to know off the rib about this particular placement is that, you know, having Lilith in the water bearer means to have the nature of the true rebel, showing the black moon functioning in its motherfucking most natural state. Real spit, man, whether you knew that or not. So accordingly, man, motherfuckers with Lilith here display some very fucking unpredictable behaviors, but, you know, they often kind of make others see them as fucking outlandish and, you know, out of touch with reality maybe, and definitely, you know, a lot of times out of connection with the status quo. You know what I'm saying? The Uranus nature of Aquarius can make a motherfucker full of contradictions and paradoxical behavior that often manifests in this individual who's always saying one thing and doing some other shit. And that's going to make you look kind of hypocritical or fucked up, but you got to understand, like, the way that their brain moves, like, they're on to the next thing quickly, and they might have already changed their mind and be on to, you know what I'm saying, something that's already way better than what they was fooling with before, man. And, you know, I can also say that there's a strong tendency, you know, to say and do shit just purely to get a reaction out of motherfuckers, man. And, you know, just for the shock factor, you know. And some of them even take it as far as being the type that'll always fucking be bucking the system and going against the grain just for the fucking sake of it, which kind of, you know, makes them, you know, really hard to deal with for some less tolerant motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And they're just not going to be able to stand dealing with them, man. And their stubborn ass only digs in further anytime anybody opposes them, man. You know what I'm saying? This is fixed air. So there's going to be a stubbornness to it, man. And also, you know, Aquarius Lilith folks, you know, they live a very maverick existence, man. And, you know, they want to be free at all costs. And this Lilith kind of lives to establish a notion of being in control of one's own life and, you know, working towards unique visions of their own perspective. And I can also say one of the fucked up parts of this, you know, if we're going to talk about the shadow aspects, you know, that's going to be, is just this arrogance. Like, they're extremely intelligent and they are not afraid to let you know it. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not able to keep up, then they ain't got no time to keep up with you. And that's just kind of how it is, man. And more than anything else, man, like, these motherfuckers are outcasts and they never fit in the first place. So they kind of, you know, tend to get further and further out there to the point where they're even rebelling and being arrogant and, you know, pretentious in their fucking friendships. And they're constantly pushing the people away, you know, with the crazy shit they're doing, man. And they're also, you know, kind of seem like hypocrites, like I said earlier, because they're always judging other motherfuckers too, man. Like, you know, if they're a part, you know, you ain't about the revolution. That's somebody that would say some shit like that, man. Like, nah, man, like, you ain't about the revolution, man. Like, you know, you're a conformist, man. And like, You're putting them in a box now, man, which is exactly what they detest being done. So that's the thing with Lilith and Aquarius, man. And, you know, Lilith and Aquarius also shows probably a strong attachment and even an obsession with, you know, the realms of science and technology. And, you know, that can integrate seamlessly into their fucking life schemes, man. Seamlessly, because this is just where their energy lies, man, where their dark, powerful energy lies. Plus, they love new shit. That's a little something, man. All new shit, man. Especially new trinkets and new electronic things. And, you know what I'm saying? And they love to, you know the shit that other people don't know about yet. And a lot of times they can even create such things with, you know, with Lilith here, it might even be used for darker purposes. You know what I'm saying? And when you cross one of these folks, man, you know, don't ever expect an emotional reaction. You know, they're going to get clinically cold, man, and probably come up with some kind of device to fuck your ass off. And or go to social media, because you know the 11th house Aquarius, that's all about social media too, man. You know, they're gonna destroy your reputation too, man, if they don't make you blow up in your car first, man. And the thing is with them, they'll get away with it. They're that smart, man, and they're that detached from the situation that nobody would have thought they did it to them. They did it to you. And when it comes to what pisses them off, man, is social injustice. Yeah, you know, it's somebody trying to restrict their freedom or make them conform. It's somebody, you know, thinking that they're smarter than them. Or it's having to babysit somebody that they think can't keep up with them mentally, you know, which is a trip. And on an even darker note than that, man, you know, Lilith here can also make a motherfucker here who kind of, you know, steals other people's ideas and portrays them as their innovations of their own. Yeah, and they'll know how to get away with that too, because they're smart enough to make it look like their own. And when it comes to what gives them a lot of trouble, or you know, what's a strong adversary for them, you know, is really their fear of living an average, meaningless lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? It's fear of being nobody at the end of their life and not being somebody recognized. It's other eccentric and stubborn motherfuckers like themselves, man. You know what I'm saying? It's people that are smart enough that might try to debunk their ideas or outsmart them, man. You know what I'm saying? They're going to worry if they're adequate enough in this situation. And when it comes to what scares them, or, you know, what's going to make them cut and run, you know what I'm saying? It's being put into a box, or someone attempting to put them into a box. It's getting stuck in an intensely emotional situation where they have to actually speak about their feelings. It's friendships that, you know, don't seem like they're going to have some kind of benefit to them. It's intimacy. That'll make them not want to be around. It's being around ignorant people, you know what I'm saying, that say foolish things, and, you know what I'm saying, anything that makes them feel trapped. Yeah. And, you know, when we're going to go to the more sexual side of things, you know, this is interesting. This is extremely interesting, man. You know, this is eccentricity on 10. You know, this is toys, you know, this is swings, this is devices, you know, this is alternative lifestyles, man. You know, this is swingers, this is cosplay and all kinds of delightful weirdness. But, you know, whatever it is, man, you know, it's always much more about the mental stimulation than the physical. And, you know, they're going to want to, their emotions aren't going to be too much attached to it. So it can also, that can make it great or it can make it worse, man. You know, it just depends on what type of thing is your thing. You know, I got a thing. And, you know, this is not intimacy. This is electricity. Yeah. This is, you know, your nervous system being attached to some jumper cables. Yeah. You know, this is all of whatever nastiness your brain can think of, and then some that it hasn't even been able to get to yet. You know, this is a truly open mind. Yeah. And, you know, that refuses to be defined. Yeah. You know, this ain't homo, this ain't hetero, this ain't bisexual, this is trisexual. Yeah, you know, they'll try anything once, man. And moving on, though, the highest vibration of this is just going to be somebody that knows they're unique and original and wears it naturally instead of always, you know, purposely bucking the system and going against the grain and doing outlandish shit to let it be known that, you know, you're not like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? This is, I'm different. I'm different. But either way, man, just because you built like that, it don't mean you have to build like that, man. You don't have to feed into the negativity, man. We all have all this energy available to us. What the fuck you do with it is what the fuck you do with it. And remember, even beyond that, it ain't about what you do. It's about how the fuck you do it, man. And so, hey, that's some priceless knowledge in itself, man. And this has been some priceless knowledge of self, man. If y'all fucking with me on any level, man, please like, share, subscribe. If you're interested in any astrological readings whatsoever, man, you can either hit me up in the comments below or email me at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. And if you're looking for any of the merch, you know how to fuck with me on that too, man. It's the same way, man. If y'all don't know yet, man, go join my Facebook group, Priceless Knowledge Yourself, man. Go fuck with me on Instagram, Priceless Knowledge Yourself, man. I'm telling y'all, man, I'm trying to get the time to do it. If I can get caught up on my readings, I've already got the goal that I'm going to start a late night type, you know what I'm saying, on the more of the sexual and more things, podcast on Spotify, man. But I'm really looking for somebody that, can get a good rhetoric going with me back and forth on it, man. But I could carry it on myself. Y'all already know, but I might have special guests and all kinds of stuff. But I'm working. I appreciate all the love and support, man. Y'all stay out the way and keep it real. That's all I know how to do.